Hello. So good morning, this is Carlos on a brisk but beautifully sunny BC morning. Just locking this set screen on my Sony, heading towards the mountain of joy. I'm going to take you around the perimeter trail through the swampy area and up to the saddle. The saddle is between Little Mount Doug and Big Mount Doug. Morning. Just saying hi to a young mother pushing her baby. She probably heard me yakking away behind her. I'm going to go through the old tree graveyard. They've certainly cleaned up the Douglas Creek catchment pond just recently. I thought that's a squirrel. There is a little bit of ambient music going on. Probably going to be more noticeable when I get into the quieter areas of the park. Well, I've had quite a session listening to catching up with everybody's output of podcasts. I think one of the advantages that I have, because I'm retired, that is a given, but I also don't have a TV to watch. So most of my entertainment. Hello. Hi. Just warning a guy with headphones. Yes, my main source of entertainment, other than running, is you guys. I probably spend about 4 hours a day, maybe more, listening to everything I can lay my ears on. I'm so glad that Jim survived a Jackal marathon while fixing his deck. I think I've inspired some prolific broadcasting from him. Yeah. I think we know more about his weather than almost anybody other than himself. This is that notorious trail when I smashed my iPod Touch screen 3 years ago. I haven't tripped over and hit the ground for a couple of months now. Wow, I gotta take a picture of this. I'm putting down the voice recorder just so you get a sense of scale here. This is amazing. It's a growth, an outgrowth of mushrooms on an old tree stump. I noticed it in passing once last week. Just got to make sure that I'm still recording my progress here. Yep. I think I might have screwed up my recording. My I Smooth Run lady. Anyway, we'll see what she comes up with. Nope, I'm back. Good. The time is ticking, 13 minutes. I've just taken my picture and I'm 1.75 kilometers into this run. So let me continue. All right. Easily distracted within a mile of my house. Yeah, I think because my phone is running out of space, I was streaming, well not streaming, I had downloaded the Dead podcast to listen to some music on this run, and that was running. I was taking a picture and I was trying to keep track of the run. So I'm going to be coming up on 2K pretty soon. There goes a bunch of cyclists. 1.85 kilometers. Yeah, that's because I stopped to take a picture. I think I'm up to about 18 minutes of run time. Real time, I should say. Normally I cross Ash at around 14 minutes. And I come up on the 2K very soon. The other day I took a little scenic detour down the other side of Douglas Creek and was trying to get across the creek, but it was a wet, drippy day, and the options ahead of me was either a quick stepping stone kind of crossing of Douglas Creek or a wet fallen tree as a bridge. I didn't want to fall 10 feet into a creek bed from a log, so I decided to go down the bank. Instead of getting my body banged up, I ended up stepping up to my ankle bone in ice cold water. I'm wearing the shoes from that day, so I'm guessing it took 2 days for them to dry. Just coming up on the drinking area. The acoustics will change dramatically when I go indoors for a second. Okay. Probably the 15th time you've heard me recording drinking from that tap. Going through the old school playground here. Up towards Cordova Bay Road, which I will cross in a second. I'm not sure how much music I managed to download before I left the Wi-Fi zone. We'll soon find out. Sorry about the car noise. Can't do too much about it. I'm running up a little gradient here. Up and away from the cars. Near the birds. Okay, I hike up this little hill. Well, I'm thinking a lot about you guys at the moment because I have a few friends that at this exact moment in time are struggling with their inner demons. In other words, they're racing. Yep. Some of them, Michael and Doug, are in a middle section of a marathon. And Ellen has probably finished her first 10K. I'm hoping it went well. Yep. Hello. I think I knew those women. I think they're friends of Mrs. J. I thought I'd lost my stream there, my music stream, but I think there was a major tune-up issue between the first and the next song at this concert. I think it's September 1990 when it was recorded. There's a guy running on the road. Alright, bye-bye cars. Bye-bye cars. I'm using a very familiar route today. Probably my most familiar. This is the summary for the year, basically. I think late September is a good moment to look back at the past however many 9 months. 9 months of material have been produced, listened to, and hopefully enjoyed. I almost always am the first person to listen to my own show. I feel it's my duty to listen to what I put out. Occasionally I put one out live, and occasionally I can actually chat with the person as we listen together. That is the complete virtual experience for me. I'm not saying I will always put out my shows live, but quite often I will. I think by doing that, by activating that option, all my friends and followers, no, maybe not friends, but followers, will get an email notification of which they have the option of clicking on directly. But yeah, I digress. I was just thinking of 9 months of material. Oh, instead of going over the fake bridges, I'm gonna run around towards what Dan used to call the swampy area by the barbed wire fence. Sometimes there are sheep in that field. We'll see. So far I have not seen more than one other trail user today. Just cautiously stepping through some jaws of rock. When I say jaws, I think you know what I mean. Like a vice, with its jaws open. You've got two big rocks on either side of your puny little leg. Yep. You do not want to fall to either side. Alright. This is the official quiet zone. Oh yes, we do have quiet zone designations in the park. I guess technically I am breaking the rules by speaking to you. And she is too. Yeah, I think I've got her set to remind us every 3 minutes what I'm up to. There is no auto pause today, so my recording will be about 10 minutes longer than 10 minutes shorter than my run time. This is the swampy area, but Dan is wrong. There is no mud here today. At least, not yet. Yep, going on a familiar route for me is very good because it gives me a chance to relive other times that I have been on this particular section of trail. Because I get memories that stay, then return with some kind of geotagging on them. It's almost like when you take a picture and you get a GPS geotag on the picture. Well, I get similar geotagging on my thoughts from particular spots in the park. That's why coming this way will bring back many memories. Alright, this is the corner of the barbed wire fence field, and there is somebody digging, probably a fruit tree, I'm not sure. There is generally a sort of a farm complex here, mixed farming, local produce. I don't think they make a living out of it, but they can register their property under the agricultural land usage system of taxation and what have you, permits. They're probably allowed to burn their yard waste here. Mind you, they probably don't get garbage collection, I'm not sure. So I think that was 30 minutes? Yeah, probably 30 minutes. If it's on 3-minute reminders, 30 would be one of them. Alright, well, there was a bit more car noise than I thought. I drifted out of this quiet zone into the noisy zone, heading back into the quiet. This is a very serpentine trail. I think I've turned about 8 times in the last 10 meters. Almost every 2 steps. Alright. If you could see this, that would be the ultimate shared experience, but I'm afraid that my technological capabilities are stretched already. Not to mention trying to stay vertical and get a good workout in at the same time. Alright, another hike section. See, I haven't touched the volume at all on my phone. It's still playing music at exactly the same volume as before. I'm just coming across the little inukchuks, little piles of rock. Oh, I was convinced I was going to hear another chirp from that blackbird, or whatever it was. It might have been a blue jay, actually. I've been seeing quite a few stellar jays. Yep, I don't have it set for whole kilometers anymore. I've just got it set today for every 3 minutes. So I guess I've walked about 4 minutes of this 32-minute run. 33. Actually, this is where I have to look out for my secret shortcut through the bushes. I'm not quite yet. I think I got out this morning around 9 o'clock Pacific time. Heavy breathing, no talking. Pretty soon I'll get a chat break as I climb across Michael's baby elephant. Way to go, Michael! He might have finished. I think he's planning to run with his friend Doug. I hear voices up ahead. I remember when I used to have a business, one of my fellow entrepreneurs said that it's always a good idea to have a prop when you walk around. He'd just taken over the lease on a London pub, and I had just opened, along with my friends, a small restaurant in Islington called the Café du Vin. Hello. Yes, I am talking to myself. It's perfectly natural. Yeah. I've seen you three up here before.
Yeah, we're often around.
Yeah, I bet the baby never complains.
Yeah, and we have a little guy, but he's not with us today.
What about this little guy?
She's a year old.
You have a smaller one?
We have an older one. A 3-year-old, yeah.
Okay.
He does the walking though.
You see this rock here?
Yeah.
What does it look like to you? Would you say an elephant?
Oh yeah.
Back
yeah.
leg,
Oh yeah.
chest,
Yes, yes.
head, eyeball, trunk coming down here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Every time I come across this rock, I think about an elephant.
Well,
Okay.
you can see now.
Yeah, it's true. I'll be seeing little elephants everywhere now.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I guess they saw the elephant. think I described it accurately. Yeah, so they had a tiny baby on her back and an older one at home, possibly with grandma. I don't think they were the ones I saw last week, but I'm sure they are right that we have met before. Excuse me, that was my porridge. Mrs. J is a very intelligent woman, and she tells me that it's quite possible that all this early morning belching is probably more to do with the rush of sugar into my system. Hello. Hi. Any more dogs? Just this one?
There's another one behind me, but not mine.
All right, thank you. Yeah, she thinks it's more to do with sugar than oatmeal. Hello. Thank you.
Morning. Thank you.
Have a good hike, guys. Yep, they look like a pretty energetic bunch. Getting back to energetic bunches, I have given the trip people the big brush off. I'm not sure what their game is, but I kept getting these not necessarily bounced back emails, but the kind of emails that you think, oh no, do I have to do all that again? They want more details. You know, I just thought, well, I'm not going to change my pattern of training or my pattern of resting. Why should I bother about resubmitting? I'm pretty sure that it's because I was very sparse in my descriptors in written terms. I gave them the links to my videos of running on Mount Doug trails. I gave them a link to a relevant podcast of me running through these trails. But I think they probably had a computer-generated algorithm that bounces anything that doesn't have more than 200 characters in its descriptor. I don't think I was dealing with a human at this stage. Hello. Hi.
Go ahead.
I'm going this way. Yep, she was listening to her earbuds. I think I caught her by surprise. I've never found earbuds to be that exclusive. You can often hear what people are listening to, and I can often hear quite clearly what people are saying around me, even when I'm listening to something else. I guess it depends how well you squish those buds in your ear hole. I'm going through the jaws of the saddle here. These are huge boulders on either side of the trail. I could trap my whole body in them. Hello!
Hello.
Hi!
Yes.
I think I saw them on the other side. They took the more direct hike around the middle. I took the less direct around the base and then hike. I think I start climbing around the 3 kilometer mark. They probably started climbing around the 1 kilometer point of their hike. "42 minutes. So that means I have about 32 minutes of material. Just coming past the Cougar Cave, which obviously I didn't get to describe in enough detail for the trip computer to pass my request for consideration on to the right person. So it never got passed on, it got bounced back, and then they say this email will be, you have 72 hours to complete the request. Anyway, so after the second one of those, I just went to where it says contact us and told them that I was getting a little tired of dealing with them. Hello.
Hello.
And I decided to see if they bounce me back again. I might actually get to speak to a human pretty soon. But the ball is in their court. I told them, what exactly are you offering me? Nowhere on their website does it ask me to show any sort of banking information, like if I was going to be cut a check, where would they send it? They never even mentioned they wanted that information from me. I know it's not a scam for my bank account, because that would have sent up some red flags in my mind. But no, nothing. Just not enough content. What other features can you describe in your hike? That kind of thing. Basic BS. So I thought, well, why worry myself over something? If they get back to me, I'll let you know. But I'm not holding my breath. It could be a scam, if you think about it. They bounce you around a little bit until you get really excited, and then they ask for your banking information. I'll keep you posted. Alright, so this has to be the place where I've said that I'm in the glory zone most often. Right here. Nice wide dirt downhill. You heard it first. Listened to a very good podcast this morning from BBC World something news, I don't know. Anyway, check out my Facebook page. It's today's episode, being the 27th, I think, of September. It's all about a show called, an exhibit about empathy. Not sympathy, empathy. First they spent a few minutes describing the concept behind this exhibit. And what they have is 30 pairs of shoes attached to 30 different stories, all based around living in that particular borough of London. And the stories are all personal accounts, and when you go into the exhibition, they trade your shoes for a pair of, obviously, sterile or whatever, clean, maybe they have those little socks that go in them, I don't know. But anyway, they give you a pair of somebody else's shoes, and you put on a headset, I guess. It's not a virtual reality show. Those are kind of 10 a penny nowadays. This is more of an audio experience while you wander around the exhibition. They're not necessarily soundscapes of the scenes that you're seeing, but they're all based around the River Thames, so all the stories have local correlation, and obviously they have some kind of artwork to look at as you wander around. They probably have windows looking out onto the river, and basically they're reliving the idea of walking a mile in somebody else's shoes. Neat concept, eh? Well, I think in a way it struck a chord with me, because that is basically what we're doing when we record a running podcast. We are, in fact, sharing our experiences as we walk or run. And the intimacy, without getting all stupid about it, is intense because you're listening with earbuds right into your brain. So they are going directly into your imagination, more so than almost any other kind of stimulus. Hello. Hi. Morning.
Morning.
Busy corner?
Yeah. Hi there.
Yeah, I'm just coming out of the park now. Yeah, well, check it out if you have 10 minutes. That's it, 10 minutes. It's amazing how much enjoyment 10 minutes of audio can bring. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But still. Hello. Hi. So I'm on Harvest Lane, just about finishing off on a beautiful Sunday morning. Guy just came back on his bike from a bike ride, and he looked like a triathlete of sorts. An age grouper. Hi. An age grouper. Well, he came up Harvest Lane a little further past his house, but I wondered why he looped around and then went back. But he obviously had his garage door activator in his pocket, so he opened the garage, looped around, and then rode straight into his place. I guess he could have got off first, but I guess triathletes are different. Anyway, whatever gets you out there, whether it's playing with your gadgets or checking your latest app or making a video or recording a podcast or going for a run, it's all legit, it's all valuable. You're doing it. You're not thinking about doing it, you're doing it. 5.94 kilometers, so 7. Yeah, this will be 7 kilometer run, and it should be all done within my 48 minutes or close to it. I don't think I'll have to edit anything out of this one. I didn't drop any F-bombs. I didn't say anything terribly radical that needs reflection. Yeah, just the standard, the running jackal type stuff. Okay, so Steve and Kevin. I heard Kevin's Unplugged yesterday too. Jim I heard before the two last ones, the David show and the Deck show. I think those were back-to-back shows. Jim's doing a jackal on us. Still, if it feels good, as I say, do it. So we will get one more kilometer reminder, I think, before I finish. And that will be when I press stop. But it sounds like the music has kept going all this time. I maybe managed to download the entire packet of data. Oh, I think we probably will get a show from Monsieur Russell. He often puts one out on Sunday. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. His last one was superb, a real gem. He might be taking that break this week. Yeah, 44 minutes. 54 minutes of running time. 44 minutes of recording time. Hi. So, by rights, I should be able to bring this one home. Yeah, well, there you go. I'm not saying I won't record before Wednesday, but that's the one that I have on my calendar. On my sites. Maybe I'll record something for somebody else's show in the interim. Hello. I'm going past a bit of a biology experiment. There was a dead squirrel crushed on the road here. Yep. All that's left is his fluffy tail and a rather unpleasant smell. The street sweeping truck has not been through recently, obviously. So, trying to keep this within my time limit might be a little difficult today. I'll be very close to the 48. Running about 8-minute kilometers now. Average out. Six to 8, the 48. Yeah, it's going to be close. Not exactly sure where I started. I think I started about 10 minutes in. And without the auto pause, this is a reminder's a real time for me. Yeah, I always kick a little harder at the finish, just to make it solid. going to take me home. Just seen a flock of starlings. They're all grouping up. They tend to fly over to a warmer, quieter island to roost. They go across to Salt Spring Island, which has to be the Riviera of this area, the warmest spot. I think what happens is we get sheltered by the Olympics from the Pacific, and Salt Spring gets sheltered from the Gulf of Juan de Fuca. Not the Gulf, what's it called? Anyway. Morning. The Straits of Juan de Fuca. That's what I'm thinking of. Not the Gulf. Anyway, so Salt Spring Island is sheltered from the less severe winds that blow across my island. So they're kind of nestled behind us from the wind. Alright, well that's probably enough local weather and meteorology for you. I hope you've enjoyed this show. I'm going to stop it just about now. Take the lock off first and stop it just about now.